Hello, in this video I will demonstrate you the flow for our module related to attendance, like how you can connect your attendance device and fetch all the data and attendance log related to your employees in your Odoo database, or push the data from your Odoo database to the device which is configured. So after installing our module, what you need to do is first you need to go to the base attendance module. Then you can see two options over here, devices and biometric attendance logs. So first, by going in devices, currently you will be able to see no device over here which is configured with your Odoo database. So in order to configure any of the device that you are having, what you need to do is you need to enter the Odoo database URL to your attendance device over there, and once the URL is entered in your device and you refresh the page of your Odoo database, you will be able to see the discovered device has been fetched over here, and all the relevant details of your device will be added over here in the device created in your Odoo database. So after the device has been discovered, what you need to do is you need to click on approve device button. So once you approve the device, the status of the device will be changed to approved from pending approval. Also, you will be able to see that different buttons are visible over here related to download user data, export users, download logs, reboot device, clear device logs, and push heartbeat interval, which helps you to manage all the data from your attendance device to your Odoo database or vice versa. And there is some access related feature as well, like if you go to the user in your Odoo database, so here you will be able to see one boolean we have added related to biometric access, like which user will be able to edit the biometric data. Like currently I am logged in with the user Creyox, so I have enabled this boolean for the user Creyox. So that is the reason, like the buttons related to the download user data and export users is visible to this Creyox user. If over there the boolean is not true, so the specific user will only be able to see these four buttons. Now in the device itself, you will be able to see that some of the data is autofilled, like the serial number, that the device is currently active, and what are the rules and status that we can configure from here. So the first thing is used for. So in that we have given three options, like whether you want to use your device just for check-in, check-out, or both check-in and check-out. Like if you have kept the option over here as check-in, so whenever your employee will punch in using the device, so it will be considered as check-in only. If you have kept check-out, so whenever your employee is punch in using your device, so it will be considered as checkout. Now, if this option is not enabled and you have selected both check-in and check-out, so what it will do is it will consider the first punch-in of the employee as check-in and second punch-in of the employee as checkout. But if the status code based is enabled and you have selected over here both check-in and check-out, so what it will do is in the device you need to select whether you want to check in, and then if the employee will punch in, then only it will be considered as check-in. And if the employee selects the option of check-out and then the employee punch in, then it will be considered as checkout. So the use of the status code based is that, like, you need to first select whether you want to check in or check out, then only you will be able to punch in your fingerprint. Then the next thing is minimum punch interval in minutes. So here you can set the interval in minutes. For example, if I have set over here as 5 minutes, so if the employee has punched in at 10 a.m. and within 5 minutes or before 5 minutes he is punching in again, like he is doing check-in or check-out again, so the employee will not be allowed to check in, or the no record will be recorded in the device or in your Odoo database. Like till 5 minutes it will not consider the check-in or check-out of the specific employee. Like at 10:06 a.m. again, if the employee check-in or check-outs, then only it will be considered a valid punch-in for the specific employee. So here you can set the minimum punch interval in minutes. Then we have an option of auto checkout. So if enabled, so what it will do is, like you can set the auto checkout delay in hours. And for example, if I have set over here 2 hours, and for a specific employee, in the working schedule it is from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. So the system will check, like after 7 p.m. till 2 hours, like till 9 p.m. The employee has not checked out. So for that employee, automatically the checkout record will be created at 9 p.m. So it will be dependent upon the hours that you have set over here, that is the auto checkout delay hours. And if it is not enabled, then the employee has to manually check out at his respective time. The next option is related to heartbeat interval. So this is something related to the commands that are coming, or the response that is coming from your device to Odoo, and at which interval you want to bring that commands over here in your Odoo database. You can set it from here. For example, I have set it as 30 seconds, and then if I click on push heartbeat interval, so here you can see the command queued, and whichever command or the response that will come from your device to Odoo database will be in the interval of 30 seconds. Those commands will be visible over here in the command history, like whatever the commands are run using your device, that you can fetch over here in every 30 seconds. Also, the next option is command cleanup settings. So what you can do is, here you can configure the schedule action, like in how much time you want to auto delete the commands that are fetched over here. So here you can see we have set it as 7 days, which will be executed every 7 days, and in every 7 days whatever the commands are added over here will be deleted automatically. Then the next thing is auto clear device logs. So if you have enabled this, so what it will do is, here you can see the attendance log smart button. So if any of the employee has punched in or punched out, so whatever the records are created in the attendance logs will be automatically deleted from your device if you have enabled this option over here in your Odoo database. The next thing is attendance policy. So here we have two options, that is the raw exact time or calendar based smart rounding. So if you have set raw exact time, and if in your any of the employee in the working schedule it's 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. so that employee needs to check in at 10 a.m. and needs to check out at 7 p.m. exactly. If he checks in early or checks out later, or late check-in or early checkout, then it will be considered as the late check-in or early checkout if here the attendance policy has set as raw or exact time. Now if the option is calendar based or smart rounding, so what you can do is, you can set the check-in grace and checkout grace. Like if your shift starts at 10 a.m. and your check-in grace in minutes is 15, that means up to 10:15 a.m. the employee can check in and it won't be considered as late check-in. Similarly for checkout grace, like here you have set as 15 minutes, that is the before shift end. So if your shift ends at 7 p.m. and the employee checks out at 6:45 p.m. so it won't be considered as early checkout. It will allow the employee to check out early. So it depends upon you, like which attendance policy you want to use. You can see the button that is download user data. So it will help you to fetch all the users from the device with all the details. So if I click on download user data, so what it will do is, whatever the users that are present in your device, it will help you to fetch all the users along with the details. So first we will go to the device users. So here you can see there is a list of number of users. So now what I will do is I will click on download user data, and you can see the sync has been started and commands is set to device, and the data will arrive in a few moments. Now if I go to employees and if I refresh, so here I can see the users that were already available in my device has been fetched over here. And if I open any of the employee, then I will be able to see the pin of the employee which is set. Like whenever I'm creating an employee, I need to enter the pin over here, and according to that it will create or update the user over there in the device or in the Odoo database. So this is one of the employee, and in the employee form view as well, you will be able to see all of the buttons over here. Like you can create the user, then push user data. So what it will do is it will help you to push the updated data from your Odoo database to the device of your attendance. Like if you click on push user data, so it will help you to push the employee name and ID and all other biometric devices data to your device which is configured over here in your Odoo database. Then for this employee, already the fingerprint has been added over there in the device. So in the employee in biometric data, you will be able to see the template data. Like for this employee, the fingerprint was taken and saved over there in the device. So here you can see the fingerprint data and the template data has been fetched over here when you are downloading the user data. Then delete from device, so if you click on button delete from device, so it will delete this employee from your device. Then the next thing is transfer to device, so if you click on this button, which will open a pop-up, like you can select the target devices. Like currently I have this one device configured, but if you want to change the employees data from one device to another device, so what you can do is you can select the device over here and then you can click on transfer now. So now what it will do, wherever the employee data is present in your previous device, it will transfer the data from that device to another device that you will select in this pop-up. Now I will show you the functionality, like how the transfer to device button works. So what I will do is first I will go to my employees. So here you can see that I have downloaded the user data and I was able to see this employee from my device to my Odoo database. So I can see that in my device also the same employee is present. So what I will do is I will delete the employee data from my device. Now the employee data is deleted from my device, so I will click on the button transfer to device. Once I will click on that button, I will get this pop-up and I need to select the discovered device, that is the target device, and I will click on transfer now. So you will be able to see that the transfer has been initiated, and when you will go and check in the device, you will be able to see that again over there the same employee details has been created as the user in the device as well. So you can see again the user Pratik has been created in my device with the help of this transfer to device button. Now the next thing is I will create one new employee. I have created this employee. Once the employee is created, now I will go to my attendance module, device, And here in the device I will click on the button export users. So what it will do is it will push all the Odoo employees with the biometric IDs to the machine, and it may overwrite existing names on the device. So if you want to proceed, then you need to click on OK. So you can see that the export has been started to the device which was discovered or which was configured with your Odoo database. So once it is done, you will be able to see the same in your command history, like all the users has been exported over there in your device. Also in the device, if you go and check, then you will be able to see the same employee, the one that I created with the name Pooja. So this same user you will be able to see over there in the device as well. And as soon as we will export the user in the device, the user will get a unique ID over here, and which will be fetched in your Odoo database as well. Now as this employee was created over here in Odoo database, and then you exported the same employee to the device, but there in the device the employee has not been enrolled, like the employee fingerprint or any biometric identity has not been taken when the employee was created over there in device. So for that reason we have given the button remote enrollment. So once we click on remote enrollment, it will open a pop-up which will have the employee name. Then it will give you the option, either you want to take the fingerprint or the face, like you can select either one of them. Then what you need to do is you need to select the biometric device which is configured, and then you need to select the finger, like which fingerprint you want to take of the specific employee. So I will select this finger and I will click on start enrollment. So here you can see the notification, like the command has been sent and the machine has been notified. Like once the command is sent successfully, you will be able to see that in the device the employee will be able to enter the biometric identity. So now after enrolling the employee by taking the biometric identification in the device, what you can do is you can go to that employee and you can click on this button, that is fetch biometric data. So you will be able to see the notification, like commands have been sent to fetch the templates for this employee from your device. And after refreshing the page, you will be able to see that the template data has been fetched over here from your device to your Odoo database. Also, if you will delete the template data from here, so it will be deleted from your device as well, like you need to do the enrollment of that employee again, either from your device or using this remote enrollment button from your Odoo database. Now going to attendance and device, here I will remove this like status code based. So my first check-in will be considered as check-in and the second punch-in will be considered as check-out. So now what I will do is, with this employee biometric template, I will check in. Now I will check in with this employee biometric identity. So you can see the fingerprint of this employee has been verified and the employee has checked in. Now if I go to attendance and overview and then dashboard, open the list view. So here I will be able to see for this employee the record has been created, and currently we can see the employee has checked in at this time and no checkout record has been there because the employee has just checked in using your device. Now what I will do is I will again check out with the same biometric identity for the same employee. So once the fingerprint has been verified, and if I refresh the page again, currently the checkout record has not been created because in my device, that is over here, I have set the minimum punch interval time as 5 minutes because until this 5 minute it will not consider the another punch in of the same employee. So I will set it to 0. Then again I will go back to the dashboard, and again I will check out with the same biometric identification for the same employee. So once done, if I refresh the page, so now I will be able to see the checkout time has been added and recorded over here. You can see the total worked hours, and if extra hours are worked by this employee apart from the scheduled time, then that also it will be visible and calculated over here. So this way you can record the attendance log of your specific employees using our module from your device to Odoo database. Now going back to other configuration, like to device, you can see another button that is download logs. So what it will do is here in the attendance log you will be able to see the logs which are recorded after you have configured this device to your Odoo database. But if your device has some previous logs or older logs as well and you want to see those logs over here in Odoo database, so what you can do is you can click on this button that is download logs. Once you click on the button, it will open a pop-up where you want to where you need to add the date range, like from which date to which date you want to download the attendance logs. If you don't add the date and just click on download logs, so it will download all of the logs that are present in your device, I mean the older logs which are not in your Odoo database, and all of those logs will be requested, and once it will be synced after this heartbeat interval which is set over here, you will be able to see those logs over here as well. If your device will be having any previous logs, then automatically you will be able to see in that time interval those attendance logs over here as well. Then the next thing is clear device logs. So this button will help you to delete the device logs from the device, like whichever logs are present in your attendance device, it will be deleted if you click this button from your Odoo database. I will show it to you, like if I click on clear device logs button, so it will ask you for the confirmation, like are you sure you want to clear all the attendance log from your device which is configured with your Odoo database. So if you click on OK, So if you go to the device attendance logs, and here you can see there are no logs found because we have cleared the device logs from our Odoo database itself. Then the next thing is reboot device. So if you click on reboot device, then it will restart your device again. So you can see as soon as you clicked the reboot device button, your device was switched off and it will be restarted after few seconds. So the reboot process is being going on, and once it is completed, the device will be restarted as shown. Also from here, from the another menu that we have added, biometric attendance log, you can see all of the logs over here as well. Then the next thing is our dashboard. Like here we have prepared the dashboard for our module. So here you can see how many total employees you have in your database. Then out of the total employees who have checked in, they will be, that number will be visible and present today. If any employee has taken a leave or any approved leave is there of any of the employee, then it will be shown on leave today. Then those of the employees who have not checked in, they will be seen in absent today. Like as you can see, 2 employees checked in, so you can see 2 present today and 24 absent today. Then whatever the working schedule you have configured, like 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., and you have set the attendance policy as raw or exact timing, and if any of the employee checks in at 10:01 a.m. or after 10 a.m., so it will be considered as a late arrival. Similarly, if any of the employee has checked out before 7 p.m., so it will be considered as early leaving. Similarly, here you can see the present today and on leave today in different cards, and absent today over here as well. Then you can see the discovered device, like which device is connected with your Odoo database currently, and similarly who have punched in or punched out currently. Those data you will be able to see over here, like all the logs you will be able to see. The next thing is the menu related to attendance report. So what it will do is, like the first thing is daily attendance report. Like if I click on daily attendance report, so here I need to add the date, and which will print a PDF of the report. So if I print the PDF of today's report, continue. So it will help you to see the daily attendance report, like which employee checked in at which time or checked out at which time, what was the total work hours, and every detail you will be able to see in the daily attendance report. Then the next thing is absence report. So you can select the date and you can print the PDF for the absence report as well, like for the specific date who all employees are absent. So here you can see the employee details that were absent on this specific date. Then the daily summary report. So this is something will give you the summarize of all the employees details, like how many are the total employees, how many were present, how many were on leave. So a summary report will be downloaded when you click on that option, along with all the details of the employee. Then the attendance report, that is in Excel. Like if you want to generate an Excel report of the employees, and here you can select the option whether you want a detailed report or a summary report. So if you click on this date, so you can add the date range, like from which date to which date you want the employee report. Then if you click on export, so you can see that your report is ready for download. This will download the Excel file, and if you open it, so you can see the report in the Excel sheet, like from this date to this date, who all employees were present and when they checked in or checked out. And this calculate attendance, so it will also open a pop-up, like here you need to enter the date range from which date to which date you want to calculate the attendance. And once you click on that and click on calculate, so what will happen is, like if you go to overview and dashboard, and here in the list view, for any specific employee, if there are multiple check-in or check-out in a single day, so if you will calculate attendance, so what it will do is it will combine all the check-in and check-out, and it will convert it into a one record, and it will sum the total worked extra hours or the worked hours, and only one record will be visible for that specific employee after using this functionality of calculate attendance. The last thing, if I go to the device, so here I can see one boolean, that is enable absent email alerts. So if I enable this boolean and I set the time in the minutes, like 30 minutes, and here if I set an email ID, for example any of the email ID that you want to send the email, so what it will do is, like every day from the working schedule, like if your working shift starts from 10 a.m., so it will check for, it will wait for 30 minutes, like up to 10:30, and once the 30 minutes are done, then what it will do is it will automatically send an alert email to the entered email ID over here with the list of employees who have not checked in within these 30 minutes, like who haven't arrived yet in the company, or who have not checked in after half an hour of the working shift. So this automated email alerts is used to send the email automatically to the entered email ID to give them the information, like which of the employees have not been arrived yet or not checked in yet. So yes, this was the functionality of our module where you can configure your attendance device and manage all the user data or the employee data using our module. Thank you.